At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run it again with Smith. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They'll run for it here with Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw. Moore. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Inside handoff, Smith. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A big pickup of 38. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Smith will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Ace. Oh,
Murray going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Smith up the middle. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll run with Smith. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Looking to throw. Moore. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Hey, guys.
To throw, it's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Big Ace open, Big Ace open.
To throw is Murray. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey. Go. Shit.
Here's Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Touchdown! A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw. Ward. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
They run over center with Benson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 7. Slot man moves right. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Benson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now Prater to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. A 1st down carry for Smith. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 2. Handoff, running left, Smith. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run for it with Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Running left, it's Smith. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 135 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are all tied at 28. And that flag accepted. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. I thought he had the angle along that sideline. Didn't quite get there, though.
Didn't quite get there, but they did keep him from getting into the end zone. Now when you look down and line up on defense, you see...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Another run here with Benson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. A give left side for Benson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Benson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A handoff to Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get in shape.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's again to Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go back to the ground with Smith. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ward now, off play action. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cards are right back in this football game. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Still going. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Ward. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Ward. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Here we go. 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Deuce. Oh, Biggest. Omaha.
Back to throw. Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the handoff, Benson running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Benson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They're going for it. It's Murray. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's first down. A give. Here comes Benson. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit.